This is patch 7.20 when Evelyn went nuts, and if you've got problems with it, there's a link in the description on how to fix the patches. Fix the patches? Fix your problems with the patching.
Fix your
Here
problem
we go.
if you have problems patching, of course.
If you don't have problems patching, then just ignore me.
Let's see. What do they say is the summonery?
Summonery. The
Summary.
summonery.
Welcome to another patch, team. If you get the sneaking feeling that someone's behind you, you may not be crazy. Evelyn's update is here, bringing the, not anymore is she called the Widowmaker, now she's Agony's Embrace, back in a brand new way.
Wow.
Should you find yourself on... Yeah, that is kind of weird. She's Evelyn, Agony's Embrace.
She's, wow. She's no longer killing men only. She's
after everybody.
Pain for everyone.
Should you find yourself
Way to
on
be
the
inclusive.
wrong... Should you find yourself on the wrong side of a hate spikes or three, we've got you covered. The emote system launches globally this patch, offering new ways to let your friends and foes alike know how you really feel.
Oh dear.
Balance-wise...
They do that anyway.
Yeah, they're coming out with the new emotes. We'll see about that. Let's see. Balance-wise, 7.20's on the lighter side of things, particularly compared to last patch. We're hard at work preparing the way for the runes reforged, and given how much of a shake-up League's about to see, we're primarily reserving patchwork for long-term wins like the Sterix update below. That'll do it for this patch. Best of luck on the Rift, particularly if you're sleep-deprived from watching Leagues of Worlds.
Yeah, silly. Why you got... China is not in my time zone.
No. Alright, so what do we got? Patch highlights. They got a video for us. Let's see if I can't set this video up for us to watch.
It's Evelyn! I hate her hair.
Yeah,
it looks ridiculous.
I am not a fan of her non-skinned look. Orin got an update. Tom Kinch has an update.
Is he being removed from the game? Because that would make me happy.
Karma got an update. Karma. Super Galaxy skins. Okay,
Interesting.
That was not much of a video.
Emotes.
Emotes arrived this patch. Stay tuned for the launch article for information on unlocking, equipping, and using emotes. And our FAQ if you have additional questions or issues. Everyone will receive a free thumbs up emote to celebrate the launch. Please emote responsibly.
You know they won't.
No, they won't. But emotes are basically going to be a little flag or emblem. I think I saw one that was a penguin and one that was a thumbs up, and there's some other ones, but you'll unlock them in certain ways and they'll show up over your champion's head, just like if you were showing off your mastery flare.
The collection can change your loadout.
Let's see, what is this? Equip your emotes to your emote wheel in the collections tab. The emote wheel has 5 slots, with 2 extra slots for emotes that will automatically flash at the start of the game and at the end of a win.
Huh. Emoting. Let them know.
Use the emote wheel in-game, bound to T by default. So, you gotta hit... Oh, as long as your hand isn't on the wrong buttons. If you accidentally have your hands on WERT, you can accidentally hit the emote wheel. That could mess you up.
Don't ping with T.
Yeah, don't ping with T.
You are now on my ignore list. Dun, da, da, da.
Mute enemy emotes. Option added to the menu. You can also mute individual players' emotes using the in-game scoreboard. I don't see why they don't add, like, a backslash mute all emotes or something.
They might.
Maybe they will.
Mastery muting.
Champion mastery emoting is becoming part of the emote system. So muting emotes will also mute mastery emotes. Mastery emotes will also follow the spamming breaking rules of emotes. So they've got spamming rules. You're not gonna tell us about these? Okay. We're just
That's nice of them. Yes. Give us a very vague detail there, Riot. Thank you.
we now know that there are spamming rules.
But what are the spamming rules?
We're not important enough to find out that.
Don't emote neat spam. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks. Don't spam and right click. I was gonna say drive, but
Thumbs up
store.
emote.
You've earned it.
Everyone gets the thumbs up emote.
Yay! Get all the feels.
Expand your collection by purchasing emotes from the store's emotes tab. There will be 25 emotes available at launch, but we'll be continually adding more.
But
Sure.
do you buy them with IP or ERP?
That's what I was wondering.
What? Come on, Riot, give us some more information. Do I have to pay for it with the blood of my enemies, or can I just use my IP? What do I gotta do?
Yeah, that's very vague. Alright, next one.
Champions! Evelyn. Shit went
Evelyn's the first
sideways.
champion. Evelyn's Agony's Embrace will be updated with the launch of this patch 7.20. For more details, check the following links.
So she's live.
Okay, so let's see.
Agony's Embrace?
If I talk about the new Evelyn, I'll probably make my own video about that or another video about that. That's a lot to go into in this video.
Well, it didn't actually go into much. It just gives you links to click on. So click on this link for a trailer. Click on this link for a story. Click on this
You
link
got the
for...
reveal, why they picked the colors, her new bio. I saw the champion spotlight earlier today.
I hate her hair.
I'm not
It
a
does
fan of the
not
hair
look
either.
good. It looks like she is still in like a rough animation stage. Like they haven't finished cleaning her up yet. Because
I
if you
agree.
look at her compared to one of the champions that they have reworked or to a new champion like Xayah, like Zaya's hair is freaking amazing. And Evelyn just looks like somebody went wild with a highlighter and forgot to, clean up the edges.
Now, two of her skins I did enjoy. I do kind of enjoy. I think they did well on the Tango skin, and
I think it's just her main skin that looks all kinds of ridiculous.
yeah,
Like
her
if
main
you'd have
skin
shown
does look
me
pretty ridiculous.
previous Evelyn and what's going to be new Evelyn, I would have thought that new Evelyn was the old one and that previous Evelyn is the image rework to make her look cleaner and sharper and like she belongs
She
with the
does
rest of
look
the champions.
sometime cartoony,
It
somewhat
it's
cartoony.
I mean, it's not even cartoony because like the Yordles kind of look cartoony, but she just looks not finished.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, let's move on.
Brand. What a jerk.
What did they do to Bran? Bran gets mana when he kills an ablazed unit. Okay.
Passive blaze.
What does it do? Bran gains mana
6, 8,
when
10,
he
12, 14,
kills
16, 18 mana.
when he kills a unit inflicted by blaze. If Bran's abilities instantly kill a unit before blaze is applied, he doesn't get mana back. So he has to set all of his skills put blaze on a target. So you have to use a skill and then use another skill to kill the enemy. And if your first skill kills the enemy, he doesn't get blaze. He's just killed instantly, and you don't get mana back for that. It's an interesting way to make him. So he has to hit a unit twice in order to keep his mana coming back. Interesting.
That's strange.
Alright. What's next?
Graves.
Graves. Indeed.
Who should be the Gravedigger, really? Like, Yorick shouldn't be the This guy's name is Graves. He should be the Undertaker. I didn't think about that too well.
What did they do to Graves? Health regen increased. Q first shot scaling increased. Graves isn't getting ahead in this scenario. He should. The outlaw is constantly being outpaced in the early game and is not able to get a ball rolling enough to dictate the game. With a bit more health and damage in his rotation, Graves should be able to clear the jungle without having to have perfect mechanics and do so a little bit faster, enabling him to scale properly.
You said clear the jungle. I got that video of that dancing cockatiel. Oe Moab, Oe Moab, Oe Moab, Oe Moab, Oe Moab, Oe Moab. Happy cockatiel.
Alright.
Face stats!
What did they do? Health regen. It is up. Yeah, you get 8 per 5 instead of 6.67 per 5, so it's about one more about almost 1.5 HP. About 1 1/3 HP every 5 seconds more.
Q end of the line, which is a really funny, like, queue. You're in queue. Go to the end of the queue. Go to the end of the line. Your queue is the end of the line.
So they made the first shot ratio. So Q, you shoot it out and then it comes back to you. So when the first shot ratio is on the going out. So it now scales better off of attack damage than it used to. More attack damage you have, the more it does. Way to go, right?
Karma!
Mantra cooldown refunded on hit enemies increased. They upped the cooldown reduction in late game.
Her passive Gathering Fire reduces Mantra's cooldown each time Karma damages an enemy champion with one of her abilities, half effect for Karma's basic attack.
So she gets a buff. It's basically making it to where she gets more of a cooldown, depending on how many enemy champions are hit, as it goes up in level. Starts at 2, then becomes 3, then becomes 4. Unless it's a basic attack, then it starts at 1 second you get from it to 1.5 to 2. So she gets more from her abilities than her basic attacks, but both have been buffed. Alright.
Now to the biggest Yordle in the game. I'm not sure if he's a Yordle. Ornn.
I don't think that he's a Yordle. I don't know his story.
I don't either, but he looks like a really, like, large Yordle, like, I don't know, like, I feel like he's like Poppy's grandfather or something.
He's got a beard that a dwarf would be jealous of. Let's see.
It starts at his eyebrows and goes all the way down.
W deals max health damage instead of current health. E more reliably hits terrain. Our reactivation no longer has a cast time. Okay.
W. Bellows Breath.
What did they do to Billow's Breath? They made it to where it's instead of 15% to 25% on the target's current health, it's now 12 to 20% on the target's maximum health. So if they only have 25% health left, you're still going to do the same damage as you would as they had 100% health. So that's a really big buff. Especially Ornn versus other tanks. Yeah.
Terrain collision range. That was fun to say. Searing charge. I read the wrong thing. E.
What they do to his E? Ornn's hitbox plus 100 additional range.
No, plus 150.
150 additional range now. Okay, so it's easier for Ornn to hit walls and terrain.
Well, that's good for him.
Yeah.
Not good if you don't want to be against him. Don't want to be against. If you are against him, it's not good. What is
especially
vocabulary?
If you don't want to be against him.
What? R. Call for the Forge God. Call up the Forge God. I can't even read that. It's like 5 words.
Headbutting the giant ram no longer has a 0.35 second cast time. You no longer have to watch the animation of the headbutt. It'll be instant when you hit it.
Tom Kench, the fishy man who can't keep his tongue to himself. Ugh.
Yes. Tom Kench, the annoying catfish frog dude. Whatever he is.
Cat frogfish.
What did they do to him? Passive damage increased and skills at earlier levels. Tom can spit out devoured targets earlier, and Abyssal Voyage no longer briefly locks Tom out of casting Devour.
Damn.
Okay, so...
Passive. An acquired taste. Stop licking me, Tom Kench. Ugh.
See, they increase the amount of damage that it does per stack. Instead of 1 to 1.5% of Tom's maximum health, it now does 1.25 to 1.75. It's buffed at all levels.
Great.
And now he gets it earlier also. Instead
Buff
of
the
levels
licky
1,
fish man.
11, and 16, it's 1, 7, and 13. And the maximum damage has gone from 3 to 4.5% to 3.75 to 5.25% Tom's maximum health. So, yeah, he got a buff to his passive. It is now stronger on all regards.
W. Devour. One of the most annoying buttons in the game.
See, regurgitation lockout has been reduced by 1 second. So after you've eaten something, you only have to hold it in your mouth 1 second before you can spit it out instead of holding it 2 seconds.
Bug fix.
Fixed a bug with Tom Kench's Tongue Lash plus Devour combo, where if Tongue Lash dealt enough damage to kill the target minion, regurgitating the minion wouldn't do anything.
He kills it, eats it, spits it out, it's still fine.
Interesting. Alright.
R. Abyssal Voyage. They removed Lockjaw. That sounds painful, Lockjaw.
Devour is no longer locked out for 1 second after teleporting, so you cannot teleport and then instantly devour something. Alright.
He's here. Again.
See, Azir's update seems to have landed well. We're continuing to keep an eye on how things settle in for the long term, but in the meantime, we've got improved visuals for Arise. New attack speed buff. Alright. Sandy visuals. Visual effects for Zer's attack speed bonus upon summoning a third soldier have been improved for Zer's base on all skins.
Good job.
Okay, some visual effects. Good job.
Talia, throw another rock.
Seismic shove got a change. Let's see. Cast indicator adjusted to show the shove's area of effect rather than only the direction of the shove. That's nice. That's nice. So you can see things better. Little visual update again.
Mid-patch 7.19 Jana updates. No, leave my windy lady alone.
Let's see. Resurfacing Arjana for follow-up to those who might have missed it between patches. The 7.20 itself isn't bringing any additional balance changes. We're still keeping a close eye on her. If you're curious as to what prompted the below changes, we put together a boards thread around the time Jana's first hotfix went out.
Base stats.
Movement speed reduced. Base movement speed. Base health reduced. Base mana reduced. So she starts with 350 mana, 500 health, and 320 movement speed without runes or masteries. Alright.
Passive tailwind.
Bonus magic damage is used to be 25% of bonus movement speed.
That's a 35.
Or 35% of bonus movement speed. And now it scales from 15 to 35% movement speed at level 1, 7, and 13 respectively.
W Zephyr.
The mana cost has been increased by 10 for all levels.
And E, Eye of the Storm.
Her shield strength has been reduced, increasing at later levels.
Decreasing at later levels.
Increasingly being decreased is what I meant.
I mean, it is increasing from like 70 to 210, but it's also decreasing from the 80 to 240.
Yeah.
Riot! Yeah. Items!
What's the first item?
Direct gauge? I thought that said stakes gauge. It does not.
Gauge.
It's that claw hammery thing. Hammer? Claw.
Base percent
Drill
base
thing.
attack damage increased, health increased, lifeline no longer increases. Percent base damaging instead of tenacity. Alright, let's just get down to the nitty gritty. Yeah.
Build path.
Alright, so it's now no longer a Jorum's Fist and a Longsword for 1,050 gold. It's now Jorum's Fist and a pickaxe and a ruby crystal plus 725 gold. That makes I read that first part wrong. Jorum's Fist, Longsword, and 1,500 gold. So now you get. It's more expensive.
Kinda.
Oh, it's definitely more expensive. The pickaxe.
Well, I don't know. How much is the pickaxe compared to the longsword?
875 versus 350, and then the ruby crystal is 400.
Well, that explains why they decreased it then to the extra gold that you need.
Yeah. So you can pick up the ruby crystal or the pickaxe. But you're not going to be able to finish the item until a little later. It's gone from 2,600 total cost to 3,200 total cost. But you can pick up a couple items and get some stats from those items earlier. Okay, so what does it do now? It now gives 450 health instead of 400. They removed where no longer gives additional percent-based attack damage for 8 seconds when lifeline triggers. So lifeline triggering no longer gives additional percent-based attack damage.
But there's a base attack damage increase.
Yes, there is, which
A
has
large
gone
one.
from 30% to 50%. So it looks like you're just getting the additional attack damage all the time instead of just when lifeline triggers.
Oh, that's nice. Up close and personal. It's new.
Can only be purchased by melee champions. Form swapping champions only benefit from the base attack bonus buff while in melee form.
So like Shyvana.
No, Shyvana's melee all the time. That would be more geared towards Nidalee, who is ranged when she's normal and melee when she's in cat form. Shield persists through form swapping from melee to range, so if Nidalee was to come out of cat form, she'd still have the shield, but she couldn't proc it without being in melee form. Alright. That's an interesting thing. So it's only melee champions can purchase it. Shield weights.
Wait for it.
Sorry.
Wait for it. I'm serious. It's called Wait for It.
I know. That's why I'm laughing.
Wait for it. Okay, go.
Okay. Shield waits 0.75 seconds before it begins to decay. Okay,
That's
so
nice of it.
It waits almost a second, and then it starts to decay.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. No, it's just the Juggernaut. No bitch.
You know that's what they were going for.
Obviously.
It now gives 30% tenacity for 8 seconds when lifeline triggers.
Joram's Fist.
Joram's Fist.
I don't know why that turned into a musical. Just seemed like it should be on Broadway.
Flat health increased from 150 to 200. And you can only stack it 20 times instead of 30 times, and it's still 5 health per stack, so how much would that be? 5 times 30? I've been doing too much math lately. I can't think. It'd be 150.
There you go.
So it's going from 150 to 100. Next.
Ancient Coin Line. Why are they just nerfing everything that I love to play with? This makes me sad.
Coin restores less mana. So instead of giving you 10% of your missing mana, it gives you 6% of missing mana. It's really not that big of a deal, since you'll be going back a lot anyways. Especially at late game. It hurts you in early game a little bit.
Especially because I'm, not really conservative with mana when I have the coin.
You'll just have to be a little bit more conservative.
No, I won't. Riot will bend to my will. Bend to my will, damn it!
Alright, what's
next? A lot
next?
of money on skins. Spell Thief's Edge.
All they did to that is increase the ability power from 5 to 10. Woohoo! Next.
Krug's Rock Polish.
They smooth out the Krug splitting animation. That's not a big deal.
Spell Shields. Bug fixes. Fixed a group of identical bugs where some channeled abilities, example Anivia's R Glacial Storm, were being interrupted through spell shields.
I see. Alright, then...
Honor. Charity Voting Hub.
Vote for your preferred charity in the Vote for Charity client tab. We're raising money for 3 global charities and the world's pool prize. With sales of Championship Ash and the 2017 Championship Ward Skin, hop in client and vote for your preferred cause.
Honorable play adds more oomph to your democratic rights. They buffed your voting status depending on your honor level.
Interesting. And the winner gets 50% of the charity pool and the other 2 split the remainder. Alright. Okay, so you gotta vote for the charity that you wish before Worlds wraps up. What's the next one?
The end of game screen.
End of game screen. Let's
Graham?
see.
You said end of game scream.
The Graham Scram. Let's see. Was it GG or GG Heart? On the right side of the end of game screen, you can now see if any teammates are still voting for honor. I guess that's nice.
Item set sharing. Ooh. That sounds exciting.
That does sound exciting. So I could make an item set and give it to you or something, and you can import it.
That's nifty. There's a long set of instructions there that we don't necessarily have to read for, but you can import or export.
It looks like if you want to export it, it gives you code to copy onto your clipboard. You give it to somebody, then they click import and paste the code in the import, and it'll do the thing. Seems easy enough. Copy pasta.
Champion select. Simultaneous draft pick.
2 players on the same team can pick at the same time if they'd normally pick consecutively.
So, like, if I'm on, like, the left-hand team, and then somebody's on the right-hand team, and then I've got my pick, they get their pick, and then the person who picks after them is directly under them, they can both pick together.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
That seems weird. Because, like, what if they're both trying to pick the same character because one wants to play, like, Lux? You can support or mid lane with Lux.
Yeah. I guess Riot's just hoping that people are nice and caring.
Riot. No. You do not have a friendly set of players. The community is not a caring place to be in.
Alright, what's next?
Rotating game mode.
They're giving Darkstar Singularity again, which is you get Darkstar Thresh as the announcer, some chilling music, 3 versus 3 match, and everybody plays as Thresh.
Oh, no thank you.
I've never played it. I might try it out. Alright, what's next?
ARAM battle boosts, and I thought it said boots, and I was like, what? But it
Battle boots. Battle boosts will be temporarily unavailable while we work on some back-end adjustments to ARAM. We will turn these back on in a few patches from now. Unboosted. ARAM battle boosts are temporarily disabled.
Well, that makes me sad.
I don't know what the battle boosts are.
That's like skin boosts and stuff.
Oh, okay. I see. Interesting.
Bug fixes. They fix some stuff.
Yeah, they always fix some things. What, anything in here look important that we should go over?
They fixed Riven again. Last patch it was because she was phasing through her sword, and now her broken wings can no longer both pop a spell shield and deal damage in specific circumstances.
That's good for spell shield people.
Creator Victor is no longer missing sound effects for his joke, taunt, and dance moves. Ooh. Misfortune's Arcade Misfortune's crit sound effects for passive love tap no longer uses her base skin crit sound effect. Because that's important.
I mean, I guess that's kind of nice if you're paying for a skin that should have new sound effects.
Caitlin's Q, Piltover Pacemaker? Peacemaker. Piltover Peacemaker. Rank up tooltip now properly lists the total attack damage ratio increase between ranks. That's good.
Yeah,
Properly listing things is a good idea.
I'm
Skins
sorry.
and chromas, and they look cool. And there's that Annie we saw with the pink hair.
Yeah, I saw her earlier. She does look cool. I want
I
that
like
skin.
Super Galaxy Nidalee looks pretty awesome too. Are the Super Galaxy people going to be fighting against the Star Guardians? Is that what's happening?
I doubt it.
I like how it's Super Galaxy Elise, Super Galaxy Nidalee, Super Galaxy Annie, Super Galaxy Nar, Beekeeper Singed.
They already do have a couple of Super Galaxies out. At least one. I know Rumble. They have Super Galaxy Rumble.
And the chromas will be released in patch 7.20, Dragon Blade Talon, and Dread Nova Gangplank.
I remember Dread Nova Gangplank coming out. That wasn't that long ago. Alright, looks like that concludes the patch 7.20 patch notes.
And da da da.